Hello, everyone, and welcome to Woodworking Network's Tech Briefs. My name is Harry Urban, and I'm the publisher of Woodworking Network and FDMC Magazine. Today, I'm joined by Chris Corrales, the president of CNC Factory. This is a company that is near and dear to my heart. They have a special publication in the latest issue of FDMC and Closets Magazine. And Chris, welcome. Hello, and it's good to see you.
Harry, welcome. And it is an honor to be here. Thank you very, very much.
Woodworking Network's Tech Briefs is aimed at the leading edge of woodworking technology, and we talk to woodworking's technology leaders. So Chris, you're one of those leaders, I believe. And I'd really like to talk about your background first as a cabinet maker before we get into what you're going to be displaying at AWFS and some other issues.
Absolutely, Harry. And again, thank you. It's an honor to be here. Like a lot of my customers, our customers, I built cabinets for over 20 years. My boots have been on the ground, and you see, and our customers see a lot of that personality in our machines, in our build. And I'm going to break that down for you later while we're talking. But talking about cabinetry or being in the cabinet business, it was at that time, and I don't want to date myself too much, but it was a difficult situation to put yourself in CNC capability, from experienced operators, affordability, and basically software capabilities that were out there, and having to almost have a whole dedicated team in order to take advantage of a CNC operation. So during my days as a cabinet guy, I had this crazy dream to make a machine that was affordable, top of its class when it comes to reliability, easy to use, where a seasoned or an experienced operator was not needed, or a software or engineering team was not necessary. 10 years later, Harry, that crazy dream is where we are now with 5th generation technology. No experience necessary. G-code is something that you do not need to know. Everything is virtual and touchscreen. And now the machines don't need daily homing or calibration. Simply, once they land at the facility or the customer's location, simply plugging it in, the machine is ready to go. And I'm looking forward to breaking that down for you more in our conversations. But my takeaway, by having the experience in the cabinet business, has given me so much, or has put me at such a level with our customers, not only the biggest companies in the US, but also the mom and pop shops and everybody in between, to be able to relate, talk, communicate. And my team shares that same passion of affordability, best-in-class machine, lifetime support. Thank you for asking me that, Eric.
So there hasn't been a major woodworking show in almost 2 years. There was no IWF last year. So now we've got AWFS coming up July 20th to 23rd. What can we expect from CNC Factory, and how important is it for you guys to have a face-to-face trade show happening again?
Thanks, Harry. We, to say the least, we are so excited. But you know what? The customers and the prospects are the energy that they're sharing with us. The amount of reservations that we have, scheduled demos are ready for them. We are as excited as they are. And post-COVID, people just want to unleash. They want to get there and they want to, kick the tires. They want to talk to the reps. They want to understand the machines, see the machines in action. Again, we took all this for granted years ago, and now it's back. And again, we share the excitement. Now, at the AWFS show, we are going to have a full lineup of machines, from CNC routers to insertion and dowel insertion machines, RTF presses. The biggest feature that we're debuting at the AWFS is the Python XPR. Now, we've talked about driverless, and we've had driverless for over a year now, but now the Python XPR does not require an operator. It does everything by itself, including unloading the parts, marking them, printing the labels on them. taking them from machine directly into the edge bander. Once the part is finished, it's coming out directly to the assembly team for flat packing, insertion, or basically assembly. So we are so excited to share that tech with our users, and they are too. We're also going to have the Viper cutting guitars. We're going to have customers coming in and putting their own name on it. This will be proof when they go home to their wives to say, I was actually at a trade show and not in Vegas per se, or gambling. So we're excited about that. We have the Above the Machine Lounge, which is our first time doing this, but it's a second story, and it's designed to have people up there watching the automation from the simple Viper with an incredibly small footprint to the Python XPR and everything in between.
So one of the taglines in your most recent article in this publication is all it takes is one operator. So what does that mean? Could someone as simple as I handle one of your machines, Chris?
Absolutely. And that is what driverless is all about. I mean, even 3 or 4 years ago, when we were talking about Tesla and their driving capabilities, and people could not wrap their head around it. 5th generation machines give you now that capability with CNC machines. And yes, Harry, you can also be a CNC rock star. I can teach you for 15 minutes the safety features of one of our machines. After that, you're pressing the green button. It's going to go, it's going to mark your components for you, in some cases load it for you, mark all your components for you, let you know what side needs to be edge banded. It's taking the experience, Harry, out of the equation. So every part that your machine is cutting, it's ready for secondary production, or in some cases with a Python complete sale, it's actually taking it to secondary production and edge banding. These, what used to be stop signs or skilled labor, to have the experience, the knowledge, the G-code capability to understand this processing is again a thing of the past with 5th generation. And yes, again, Harry, you can do it. And I know you'd be, like I said, a rock star.
Well, now, that's interesting. Can you talk a little bit more about how you get from the design to the G-code, then to your machine?
Absolutely. A lot of our customers, you know, and I can relate to them, they have an intimidation factor. And with older generation machines, you had to understand software to machine and everything in between. Now with 5th generation, it's as simple as let the operator choose their cabinet right at the machine. Let them choose how many they want, the sizes, and then at that point, press the green button and go. All graphical interface, all touch screen, large 21-inch monitor screen. So it really can't get any easier. In talking about capabilities on communication, you know, Harry, let's pretend that you're the owner of the company and you have a great team, unskilled, but they're still rocking that CNC machine. You can watch that production right from your cell phone. You can do it right from your computer in your office. This is tech and technology that has only been afforded to some of the biggest companies, and they invested in that. Now in 5th generation, it's there ready to take advantage of. So talking about cabinets and having that used to be the dedicated software team, again, it's a thing of the past. It's right there at the screen. In addition, they can use the most popular softwares that are out there, and we're compatible to virtually everyone, CAD, CAM software out there. So it could be Cabinet Vision or KCD, and they have experience with that. Wonderful. But ideally, Harry, let's just say you had no experience and your machine landed at your shop tomorrow. Again, we would teach you the basic features, the safety features. At that point, pick how many cabinets you want or pick a design. Press the go button. It's going to mark it. It's going to label it. It's going to cut it and ready for secondary production. No stop signs. And again, no thinking.
So Chris, what other features or really big highlights will we see at AWFS from some of your machines?
Absolutely. As I was talking about the Above the Machine Lounge, where people can really watch what's going on, seeing it, you know, from a 3-dimensional standpoint. Just like our website, you can go to our website and really learn or, you know, be part of that machine with a 360-degree, scalable or turnable machine center where you can really envision its capabilities or how it fits for you. We're also really excited, and we just are putting this together, but now with assembly of cabinets, and again, we're talking post-COVID, so doing more with less employees, less experience. We're actually going to have cabinet assembly contests. So in the past, from a cabinet maker standpoint, you're 4 to 8 minutes a cabinet. Now with some of this insertion capability or hidden fasteners like lockdown, people are putting cabinets together in under a minute. And again, without the experience. So we're going to be printing those off robotically. Nobody touches it. They just come out ready to assemble. And we're going to break it down. We're going to have some customers actually competing against each other. We have some great prizes and giveaways just to have fun, including, like I said earlier, the guitars. Everybody seems to love those, but it really gives them a chance to see the machines in action and talk to the software team that we have, our installation teams that we have. We don't have salespeople, but we have great customer support teams. And again, the vibe that we're getting from our customers, they want to see certain elements. We're going to be there providing them. Now we're bringing in the cabinet construction contest. And again, just bringing a lot of energy that's already flowing through that show.
That cabinet construction contest sounds great. And I'm sure there'll be some people walking around the show then with guitars that you've carved out on your machines. Are you going to be handing those out to some of the attendees as well?
Well, from the past, actually, as fast as we can make them is as fast as customers take them, and which is great. It's there just for them to remember, again, proof of life that they actually were working when they were in Vegas. But what we're doing a little different this year, Harry, is the customers can actually go right at the screen and change it or put their name on it. So, here you visit the booth, you're going to be getting a guitar that says Harry Urban. We're excited about that.
That's great. We'll go back to AWFS towards the end of this conversation, Chris. You keep talking about the fact that this can take one unskilled operator to perform all the necessary programming and setup. How is that a mission at your company to help with the skilled labor shortage that's out there? Do you see this as an important way to address that need out there?
Harry, that's a great question. And again, if you go back to what I call my crazy dream on having a magical machine where you did not need that experience and need that experienced operator or skill set. And here we are today. And definitely COVID definitely pushed that forward much faster than I think anybody anticipated, including 5th generation capability. So now we do have a big shortage, and I should say a big shortage of skilled labor, or just the ability to not have to use your skilled labor on a CNC machine. It's not needed anymore. So from daily calibration, no homing capability, literally plug it in, it knows where it's at, and it's ready to produce. There's no engineer needed anymore, no alignment, no mathematical offsets, and more importantly, the operator is not taxed with making sure that it is homed or calibrated each day, which is a game changer. And it just keeps them in the production cycle, just like the foundation of our build. And I want to break that down to you towards the end when we talk about technology and what it's doing for the quality of the machines. But with built-in air conditioning, just automatic valves, everything's touchscreen, even changing your vacuum zones, all touchscreen. Again, taking the experience out of the equation and making it easy to use. It's been a dream for a long time. Post-COVID has definitely put us in the right direction with that. And even over the last year, our machines, 5th generation machines, have been covering those needs. Because if you really look at machines that are out there, or even in the past, they are intimidating, and I get that. And again, not everybody has the 200 or 300 employees where they invest so much in a dedicated CNC operation team. But your mom and pop shops, your 30, 40 employees, where that CNC needs to produce. It needs to give that ROI, and people don't have the patience or the time, especially post-COVID, of that 6-month learning curve for it to really, really be productive. So it is a game changer.
So talking about time, one of the big issues with all of our readers are the supply chain issues and lead time to get a machine. So Chris, can you talk a little bit about lead time and availability of machines and how long it will take for someone attending AWFS to actually get a machine? How is CNC Factory addressing these supply chain issues?
And that has been a challenge within itself. First, I want to let everybody know, and the customers of ours already know, that we have a big open door here at CNC Factory. We love showing off our tech. We love showing off our warehouse, our working showroom. And most importantly is our inventory. Now, one way, Harry, that we aggressively attack this is some of our first components were taking twice as long as what we were used to. And it's like that for everybody. So we invested heavily on double and triple the amount of inventory. So we're getting a lot more in a longer spaced out time, but it's keeping us in the production flow. So, and I know there's going to be a couple of my customers out there that will call me on this, but normally we try to stay true to our production schedule. And there's been a few little bumps, but our customers are expecting 8 to 12 weeks. And that's kind of been the norm in the past. We had to push it up a little bit. And then we also have our working inventory for our distribution channels. So again, trying to keep those machines prepped, ready to go. And one great thing, and I know I bring up 5th generation, or the term many times, but another feature that 5th generation compatible machines have is that, Harry, it can grow as you grow, and the expandability. So, for example, a drill block, it might not be needed right now. It's something you can add on at any time. So having that base of a machine that's already wired, communications already there, and it's ready to expand and grow with them. Add a loading table to the Sidewinder series or unloading conveyor. And again, they can now start adding the robotic arm, among other upgrades that are what we call plug and play. 5th generation, again, takes that, calibrates it, it's ready to go. So having that flexibility in our build, basically building a best-in-class machine, or in some cases, some people say overbuilt, but the return on their investment and having the capability to grow as they grow was key. Even to me back in my cabinet days, my first machine, I paid $160,000 for what we'd consider a rinky-dink machine. But this is, and again, I'm dating myself here. I wanted a machine, and my dream was having a machine that a customer can get what they need right now without sacrificing price and components, but to also be able to grow with it in the future. That was key to me. So answering your question, coming out of the pandemic, working with our inventory suppliers, and this is from Germany, Italy, Taiwan, Japan. It's going to be another year, Harry, before things really smooth themselves out. And I wish I could say it sooner. So companies like myself and other companies in the tech world have put themselves out there with larger inventories, more components, and it's there not only for our production, but more importantly, for our customers, as it should be. Lifetime support on our machines, the longest standard warranty, bumper to bumper in the industry. And last, advanced exchange programs. And Harry, this is so important, especially post-COVID, because just a couple of weeks ago, I had a customer drive a forklift, actually about a month ago, had a customer drive a forklift or one of his guys into the spindle of the machine. Ooh. Now, that's catastrophic. I mean, they're just down. In our world, in cabinetry, an hour is a day is a week. With the advanced exchange program and a very robust inventory system, they had a brand new spindle there the very next morning. 3 hours later, they were up and going. That's advanced exchange. This is setting things up, again, post-COVID, having that inventory, having that structure, not only for our own production needs, but more importantly, for our customers' current production needs with their machines that they have.
Thanks, Chris. We have a few more minutes here before we wrap up. But I was wondering if you could give me a sneak peek on some of the new technologies that we might be seeing from CNC Factory in the future. What are you guys working on? What can we expect to see down the road?
Absolutely. You know, I want to again use that word fifth generation, and you're going to start seeing that over the next couple of years as the machines become a little bit more advanced in being able to give that, hey, use your finger, touch the screen, press go. You're going to see a lot of that in the industry. But for CNC Factory, what we're so excited about now is embracing not only that foundation, but also on the Python XPR and the Sidewinder XPR series, where it can now be a driverless or manless complete working sale. I mean, and again, the pricing is affordable. And the ROI, I mean, just imagine taking 2 skilled employees out of the equation. Now, and I don't need to break down the math here, but, you know, take a year of their salaries, their overtime, their insurance, workman's comp, the taxes that go with it. Are they going to be there on Monday? Are they going to be there on Friday? You know, taking just 2 of those guys out, or girls, out of the equation. This is why the Python XPR and the expandable Sidewinder XPR have become such a boom even during the COVID era. And now our orders we're very fortunate to be able to help a lot of people with this. And so this tech and just the eye-opening technology, when they look at it and say, I don't even have an operator, just a supervisor, is doing everything. No mistakes, no human intervention. And here, you know, again, production, we're talking over 10,000 pounds of material. And people forget that. Now it's all being done for them. In addition, we're going to be debuting for the first time our insertion machines from dowel to LDR to lock dowel. We are so excited about that, and we've been working on these machines for the last 2 years. Our customers are excited they have them, and now we're going to be releasing that technology as well. Again, doing more with less employees, less experience. Take them, put them in another facet of the company where there are no options.
That sounds really good. So we have a few minutes left here, Chris. So let's talk again about AWFS and what message do you have for the people coming to AWFS, and why should they come?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, you know, the vibe that we're getting is first, it's for us cabinet guys, and Harry, I know you know so much about it, but when you're a real cabinet guy, this is like Home Depot on steroids. And we just love it. We love the vibe. We love the energy. But more importantly, there are, new tech, be it CNC Factory or across the board, items, machines, parts, components. We live it, we breathe it. And these customers are taking their own personal time, even though they're excited to do it, and they're investing in themselves. AWFS has given that platform for them to invest in themselves and their company. And, it's a game changer for a lot of these people. In addition, there's a lot of companies, from machines that we already have deposits on to companies that are first buying or first purchasing their first CNC, or other companies that are getting their second or third. They're now able to come in, as I said before, kick the tires, look at it with their own eyes, which makes all the difference in the world if you have that choice, just like us keeping an open door. And just like our working showrooms throughout the United States, where customers can come in to a real working showroom, real customers that have opened their doors at any time for these customers to experience the machine, talk to somebody, if it's about machines or if it's about operations or different techniques, but really have that capability to talk. And that's a big reason I don't have sales people at CNC Factory, but again, a great service team, support team.
So Chris, it's been great catching up with you, and really appreciate your time. Tell us a few more reasons why people should attend AWFS, and what CNC Factory will have in store.
Harry, we are so excited about AWFS. I'm looking forward to seeing you, of course, like always. I'm looking forward to seeing our customers, and most importantly as well, our new customers. My name is Chris Corrales with CNC Factory, and I want to, again, thank you guys for being here and watching.
Hey, thanks, Chris. And thank you all for watching this video. And we look forward to seeing you all at AWFS, July 20th to the 23rd. Again, thanks again to CNC Factory. So long.